How much did hospital doctors earn in the 1960s to the 1970s? In 1966, hospital consultants were earning £4,885. That equates to be about £114,000 in today's money in 2024. Whereas a GP in that same year would have been earning £3,700 per year. Today, that would be the equivalent of earning about £86,000. A hospital consultant today, on average, is earning £133,000, whereas a GP partner is earning about £140,000. A salaried GP is hitting about the £80,000 mark. If I go back to the salaries of the 1960s to the 70s, you can see right there that the salary stays about the same, increases to a maximum of £123,000 equivalent. Back then, it would have been £6,330 in 1970. In the same year, the GP salary also increased to their maximum of about £93,000 equivalent, which is £4,800 on a yearly basis back then. Now, this is relevant simply because you need to compare it to the average house price. Now, average house price back then was about £4,000. That is about £77,000 today. So you can imagine an NHS consultant or a GP in that time period would easily be able to afford a house. Whereas today, a doctor's salary has been eroded away. Inflation has risen, cost of living has gone up. This makes it much more difficult for a doctor to be in the same type of social living, income, purchasing power that they would have been back in the 1960s and 70s. Let me show you exactly what happens in this table over the different decades to the average house price versus the average wage, and you can see the massive contrast that occurs. In the 1970s, median wage was £13,000 and the average house price was £57,000. This meant it was 4.3 times difference. Then in the 1980s, it becomes 5.1. Then it leveled until about 2010, where it jumped to 6.7 times median wage. So you got the average house price at that point, £230,000, with the average wage at £34,500. This has gone even further in 2023, where the average house is costing £260,000, whereas the median wage is £33,000. That is a huge difference. That is 7.9 times the difference from the median wage. So everybody is experiencing a cost of living crisis. Everybody is experiencing a reduction in their purchasing power. They are literally getting squeezed, whether you are at the lower end of earning compared to the higher end of earning. And me showing you the difference in terms of what a consultant or a general practitioner is earning today compared to before shows how much easier it was in those years, in those earlier decades, to earn a lot more and make your money go much further. And that's why they were so much better off. Now it's so much more difficult, it's so much more harder. And I'm going to show you techniques and ways in which to further yourself to make your life much easier, because everyone on every level is getting squeezed and there's always different ways and techniques to improve and enhance yourself. Make sure you like, share and subscribe and follow so that you can learn tips and that you can learn furthermore. Also, I'm going to show you what junior doctors in those early years were earning and how that relates to yourself now. The name's Dr. Mivi Singh. I'll catch you all next time. Stay blessed.